we've got the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords reversed, and the foundation cards are the Nine of Swords and the Magician. So the Five of Pentacles in the past, does she still have the protection of the royal family? Definitely not in the past, and that's because it's a 5. The conditions changed because of something she did. She was cut off financially, and that was due to her behaviour towards the royal family. The Three of Wands at the moment, that means right now she is expecting the royal family to do something and almost to come to her rescue, and she is expecting them to support her in her new endeavours. The Queen of Swords reversed. Now I don't know if this is Meghan or someone coming in to speak to Meghan, because the Queen of Swords is an extremely vindictive woman. She has no friends, she's isolated, she gossips. If it isn't Meghan, it's someone who will go and tell Meghan very clearly what to expect and what to expect from the royal family. Queens, their energy is feminine. The Queen of Swords in the old-fashioned way, and it's not a term I use at all, it's not a term I like using, but the Queen of Swords upright, if it was infertility, she would be described as barren. Now barren doesn't just mean unable to have children, barren, there's nothing there. So maybe someone is going to come into Meghan's life and very bluntly and brutally tell her there really is nothing for her. The foundation cards of the Nine of Swords and the Magician. Magician's a major card. The two of these together means that, well, the Nine of Swords is that Meghan she's actually very, very worried if the royal family will continue to support her. It's not something she is confident about. She's been up a lot. She's constantly worrying about this. She is unsure. The Magician. The two of them together means that the Nine of Swords and the Magician means a misunderstood, something misunderstood. Because it's a major card, it means that Meghan really misunderstood the situation of the royal family and what it meant to be a royal. She thought she could be a non-working royal and have the benefits and privileges, and she also, it looks like she didn't understand that all that she was given during her marriage to Harry, which I think is still going, it's gifts from the Queen. She will have very, very little, if anything, from her marriage in her own name. It is gifts from the Queen, and gifts, although they're not supposed to be, can of course be taken back. So the foundation of this means Meghan really did not understand what she was doing, what she was getting into, and that's the Five of Pentacles. She made that very, very bad decision, which has triggered that off. So in answer to the question, does Meghan Markle still have the protection of the royal family? That would be a definite no. The last question, I'm just trying to put these over here. The last question I asked was, does Harry see himself as a legally single man? I've got the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands reversed, the High Priest, which in other decks is the Hierophant, and foundation cards are Justice and Death. So again, another big reading. 3 major cards. The Page of Wands in the past, he's usually a happy person. If that is not Harry, it's good news, it's exciting news. They are coming in with positive information, and they are almost definitely not married, because pages are meant to represent children. So if this is the first question, he would not in the past see himself, recent past, as a married man. The Queen of Wands reversed. She is a fire sign, and any Queen reversed has such bad energy about her. This is a woman who loves to create conflict. She's very manipulative. She makes promises and breaks them. There is so much anger and fury. She's a fire sign. She's connected to the sign of Aries. And the High Priest is there coming in, which means that legal matters are coming into. It could be marriage counselling. But because we have Justice right underneath it, those two are so similar with legalities. There is something to do very legal around Harry at the moment, which isn't the question I asked at all. So we've got Justice is similar to the High Priest with legal matters and contracts. It's also similar to Judgment and the High Priestess, in that both mean that judgment will out, and it will out quite soon, which could be that. Then you've got Death, and Judgment combined with Death. There are several meanings again for that. It could mean that there's an ending in sight to legal matters. It can mean he's seen through the truth, as Justice is a card of truth and clarity. The other meaning, which is absolutely nothing to do with the question I asked, is to do with money. And Justice and Death is about dealing with taxes, handling other people's money. It can also mean an inheritance. So the question I asked, does Harry see himself as a legally single man? I would probably say no, just because we have two legal cards there, so there will be something to get through. But on the other hand, we have the Page of Wands, who is happy, he's not tied up. Again, there's no couples. There are no twos, no emotions. The only two we have, I think, is the Two of Swords. We don't have the Lovers, the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. There's nothing to indicate a marriage other than legal documents, which, of course, a marriage. I know many people say marriage is a piece of paper, but that would not just be picked up in the reading. There would be more to it than that. So the answer, it could be yes because of the legal cards, and it could be no because absolutely no emotion has come out whatsoever. So I tried to do this reading because one was requested, and I just want to get everyone's minds away from what the entire world's going through. Today is also our day to applaud in Great Britain our NHS workers, and if I wasn't holding the phone I would definitely do so. Please everyone, stay safe. We are taking such good precautionary measures. It really will get better soon. I hope you're all safe and well. Many blessings, Elizabeth.